Hey, what's up, everybody? Shout out to all my visionaries out there watching those vids, sharing, liking, commenting, hitting me up directly. Yo, I really appreciate it for real. Pretty dope. The response that I've gotten on just these few vids. When I'm just sharing my opinion and sharing some of the stuff that I know you guys might want to know. So thank you. Let's keep it going. Let's subscribe to the channel. Press that bell for the notifications and definitely push up the likes, guys. Right now, if you're watching this, take a second, push that like button, all right? Definitely helps me out a lot. And drop a comment. Say good job. You know what I'm saying? Keep it going. Pat on the back or ask me a question. Ask about another coin that you know of. If you heard about red coin, say, ask me, hey, Mike, what's up? What about red coin? Write that in the comments, all right? All right, what do we got today? Today for you guys, I got a coin that I think will make us tons of money this year. All right, just remember, I'm not a financial advisor. You do what you want to do with your own money, but I'm going to put some money into this coin. But first, I'm going to give you a little bit of education and backdrop to give you a little bit of perspective as why I feel that this coin will do a moonshot for 2018. All right, so let's start off. Market cap for today, $761 billion. Bingo. This thing is going up. It's headed to that $1 trillion mark. That's what I see happening. And when money comes in, everything goes up. All right. Bitcoin stabilizing out right now around 15,000. That's pretty good because that's doing a lot of help for the altcoins. All right. We are running right now. Ripple, $3.43. I remember this was under a penny in January. I should have never sold. I'd be filth in there right now. Filthy. Whew, filth in there. You hear me? But that's totally fine. We still got some profits and we still got a lot of time ahead of us and a lot more opportunities coming. Cardano over $1, beautiful, loving it. Tron making that push 20 cents, even with the $65 billion, even with the $65 billion coin supply. All right, circulating supply. They have more than that, but they're still doing 20 cents right now. Basically, round that off. Dash still making headway. $1,261 booming. Business is booming all up and down this thing. Roblox, $30. This was 2 cents the other day. Like literally a few weeks ago, this is 2 cents. This is one that slipped under my radar. I'm so mad about that. Whew. Jeez, this was just like, hey guys, who's going on vacation? All right, but let's get into the backdrop or information portion so we can get to the coin portion, and I'll do that little reveal for you guys. Kaiser, crypto headed for $1 trillion market cap. Max Kaiser has been preaching Bitcoin's rise and day for years now. Okay, he's been with Bitcoin for a long time. He's been a holder of Bitcoin for a very long time. And as you see, guys, he's right because the time is here. All right. Following the launch of Bitcoin futures trading, the Chicago Board Options Exchange, the financial world is trying to come to grips with what Bitcoin really is. Once it passed that $500 billion market cap, it's fair to say all the institutions are sitting up and taking a look. All right, pay attention. Pay attention, people. When the financial institutions are getting in the game, you need to get in the game. All right, Kaiser right here, he breaks down the 3 characteristics of Bitcoin. All right. He's letting you know what Bitcoin was supposed to be, what it is, and the vision of Bitcoin from its inception. People don't understand that at its heart, Bitcoin is a messaging app first, a store of value second, and a medium of exchange third. The Satoshi white paper is a bit misleading because it leads off by calling Bitcoin digital cash. All right? That's kind of misleading. It's not really digital cash until it first establishes itself as a messaging app. Money and economics are the history of communication, trade, and language. Language explodes onto the scene, trade explodes onto the scene, messaging apps explode onto the scene, and similarly, Bitcoin explodes onto the scene. Basically, what he's saying is Bitcoin was supposed to be a messaging app first. That's really its intended purpose. Secondly, it's a store of value, which it has become. Tons of people are keeping money in Bitcoin. As you see, it has $250 billion sitting in it. In itself is 1/3 of an entire economy, right? Secondly, and a medium of exchange third, which it is, you buy Bitcoin to exchange it with other coins and or products. You can use Bitcoin to pay for things. I remember years back is what Bitcoin Pizza Day when somebody used 10,000 Bitcoins to buy a large pizza. 10,000 Bitcoins for a pizza. Bet no one would ever do that again. Yeah, so All these things have come onto the scene. Trade exploded onto the scene. Language exploded onto the scene. That's like the blockchain. Trade exploded. We have all these exchanges. Messaging apps explode onto the scene. This is what's coming, right? And similarly, Bitcoin has exploded onto the scene. What's Bitcoin doing? Right now, Bitcoin is eating debt. He's calling it gold 2.0. Why? You have to look at Bitcoin in relation to global debt. It's not like $7 trillion in gold. There's $300 trillion in debt. That's what we have. He did the calculations. His calculations would imply that Bitcoin with a price of over $2 million a coin to monetize and get rid of that debt. So in order for everyone to get rid of the national debt, that money goes into Bitcoin. We all make money, push new technology, push the world forward. All right. Futures are paving the way to that $1 trillion market cap. So recently, future trading opened up on the stock market, so you can bet where Bitcoin will be on this day. Will it be above this, below this? What price point will it be at, or range? Then you can do that for a variety of coins. They'll be adding more and more. Right now, the pipe is small. It's a relatively minuscule market compared to bond futures, currency futures, and stock futures. $5 trillion in forex per day is in the market. Bitcoin in that arena is a pipsqueak. I didn't even know. Forex trades $5 trillion per day. That's what they do. They trade currency, world currency, and they trade $5 trillion per day. We're still approaching that $1 trillion mark. So if you're invested in a coin that's under a cent, right? Last year, under a cent, the market overall was around 10 billion. Now, things that are under a cent are worth 20 cents, dollars, $3, 80 cents, stuff like that. So if you get in early and another $1 trillion goes into the market cap, there's a good probability that the coin that you're invested in will go up at least 20 cents because new people will be coming in, new people will be pumping money in, new people will have more open ideas and will be looking for more opportunities to maximize their multipliers. They want to have more coins so that way every cent, every Satoshi that goes up, it's multiplied by every coin they have, right? Better to have 600,000 coins than one coin. By expanding these futures, contracts, and derivatives, bringing Wall Street and Chicago into the mix, you take that small straw, which is an on-ramp for fiat into Bitcoin, and you're making it massively bigger. Basically, right now, people are just taking their money, buying Bitcoin. Once people start doing futures, and that becomes more common, that's just adding more money to the pot. We'll give it more eyes on it. There will be more money flowing around it, in it. If you're betting that it's going to go up, there's a good chance that you are probably invested in it as well. All right, the cryptocurrency market cap will top the $1 trillion level and hit multi-trillion dollar levels because it has that amazing quantum effect, pulling all the fiat money into the Bitcoin black hole store of value, which was its second purpose. All right, so we see the two purposes that Bitcoin was ready for. And now I'm going to show you that third thing that will probably tie into Bitcoin becoming that messaging, that giving you that first feature for what Bitcoin really was intended for. All right. What I bring to you is Kin, ladies and gentlemen. Kin Coin. Kin Coin. The ICO was around sometime in May. I heard about it. It's brought to you by the founders of Kik. Kik is a very large messaging app. I believe it's about 16th in the marketplace in downloads on Google Play Store. As far as apps downloaded, it is the #1 messaging application. So the #1 messaging application, adding cryptocurrency to it. That's a lot of transactions. All right. One thing to look at, the market cap is huge. $386 million is in there already, and it's still only under a penny. So it will take a lot of money to go into this, but once transactions ramp up, the price will ramp up. Circulating supply 76 billion. No, 76 trillion. No, 756. What am I looking at? So many numbers. Jeez, that thing is high. That's kind of scary sometimes to look at. That is scary to look at. 756 trillion. 10 trillion. Total supply. But if it's the #1 message app, there's a lot of messaging going on. So hopefully we'll get to the bottom of how this thing's going to monetize. But I do know that a couple days ago, this was under 1 Satoshi. So if you had 1,000 in there, you tripled your money already. And it's still under a cent. Okay? Verge was here, and now it's 20 cents. 14,000% gains. is what we're in it for. Let's take a look at the website. Bear with me. I'm going to try to make this like a 20-minute video. Maybe I'll play the whole vision for you. All right, they have a video here. Actually, I'll let him break it down for you because I suggest that you guys all watch it. So I'm going to play it for you. I'm going to play some of it. We're probably going to stop halfway through.
So my name's Ted Livingston. I'm the founder and CEO of Kik. I started Kik 8.5 years ago now, which is pretty amazing, and been building it ever since. So we're here today to introduce a new project we've been working on called Kin.
Kik is entering the blockchain space, and basically it's going to bring cryptocurrency to the masses.
And what Kin is it's a decentralized ecosystem.
Okay, Internet. I see what you're doing here. You're working against me, but you will not stop
digital
us.
Services to power the daily lives of consumers.
The thing that's so exciting about Kik introducing Kin is that here's a mainstream product that hundreds of millions of people have used, that many, many people have on their phones, that is a brand that's understood, people know what it is, introducing a cryptocurrency versus something that nobody's ever used and ever heard of before, which is really what the past history of crypto has been. Now Kik's bringing it to the mainstream.
I think right now we are on a path to where digital services power everything we do in our daily lives, but they're all controlled and owned by a very few number of companies. And to me, honestly, I think that's a bit of a scary future.
So blockchain technologies and decentralized systems are like a really effective
It's a good beard. What is going on with the internet?
way of breaking down that silo, because it basically says, the users and the data and these proprietary resources live on an open, transparent, and community-owned database.
So there's 4 steps to making this happen. The first step is creating a new cryptocurrency, which we're calling Kin. The word Kin means family and kinship and the connectedness between all of us. And so that's really what we're trying to do. We're trying to create this new family of apps, this new ecosystem that all works together and is all connected together. It would be an ERC20 token on the Ethereum blockchain. The second step is to give that cryptocurrency value. And the way we're going to do that is by integrating it into Kik. This is something we've been experimenting with since 2014 with Kik Points, where through just a couple ways to earn and a couple ways to spend, we are able to create 4 times the transaction volume of Bitcoin globally. That then lets us do number 3, which is creating the Kin rewards engine. We're going to take a big portion of Kin and we're going to give away a bunch of it every day. So that if you're a developer and you have a great digital service and you bring it into this Kin ecosystem and you integrate Kin and you get people transacting in it, you will get a proportional amount of this daily reward every day. So you get all these developers coming in and that creates more transactions. But the more transactions you get, the more demand for the currency, the more demand for the currency, the more valuable the currency is, the more valuable the daily reward. So the 4th and final step is to create the Kin Foundation to oversee all of it.
Kin Foundation.
Many of these projects form nonprofit organizations that protect the interest of the community as a whole.
On one side, yes, they'll administer the Kin reward engine. But they will also make sure that key pieces of the infrastructure, like the identity system and the transaction system, are open and decentralized as well.
I think Kin is good for the industry because it's a monetization model, a business model for social platforms, communities, messengers that really don't want to run advertising in them.
Any one app that's trying to take on these behemoths is going to lose. But by banding together and using this cryptocurrency Kin as a way to align us all together, to work together, I think we can make a better experience for consumers, but also a better future for society in general. Kik has both the experience and the resources and the user base to really make this happen. The success of this project really comes down to how many other people can we get excited to compete with us, to join us, to work with us, and to build this together.
Whew. I didn't even catch that part initially. They already implemented a reward system, well, they tested a reward system on their platform Kik that already did more transactions than the total volume of Bitcoin. That explains the total supply, why there's so much circulating supply, why they chose such a large number. Because in order to be a messaging app, a lot of messages can go out. So you need to have the room and the volume to handle that. Bitcoin currently can't handle that level of messaging or transaction speed. That's why the transaction speeds are so slow now. You know, you send Bitcoin, it's probably going to take you 15 to 20 minutes at minimum just to get it. And the transaction costs, it costs so much to send Bitcoin from point A to point B that people are looking for all the other methods. So it becoming a messaging app, I'm not sure what would happen. Probably one of those forked coins would have to do it. But as far as for Bitcoin's sake, but with Kin, they already have it in place. They already have a large infrastructure. They already have a large community. They're already doing tons of messaging, and they already tested this model of people using a reward system within the Kik platform. So all they have to do really is withdraw the reward system of whatever test subject it was and implement Kin. And there you go. 1 year from now, where do you see yourself? Are you wearing shades? Are you on a beach? Are there palm trees? You know, do you like to go skiing instead? Are we into aspens? You know what I mean? Are we wearing a parka or are we wearing a snorkel? Because in New York, we wear snorkels, all right? But you call it parkas, all right? What are we wearing, a parka or a snorkel, all right? Is it Montclair or is it Alibaba? I mean, you pick. It doesn't really matter. You could go Alibaba. They got some cool stuff. But the sizes, they're not made for us. They're made for, you know, shout out to the other side of the world. They're doing it big. All right, so let's go take a look at the timeline. Right now, we're in Q4. They already did the token sale out in September. May, they announced. I remembered about this, and it totally slipped my mind. I have to start writing things down. They already started the integration, so it's going to start going up. Like I said, this was under 1 Satoshi the other day. Launch of the Kin Rewards engine. Yes, we want to be a part of that Kin Rewards engine when it happens. We want to be around when it happens. We want to be early. We want to be the visionaries that saw this coming. We want to be the people that can look back and say, I told you so. All right, we want to put up that big banner and saying, I told you, with the most humility to say, next time, you don't have to listen to me, but do your own research and make a judgment. Well, so therefore, we can go into the white paper. Well, actually, I had it pulled up here. Oh, failed to load a document. Yeah, the internet's moving wildly slow right now. Well, hey, there's not much more for me to explain, all right? The Kin Foundation is going to run the show, make sure everything's handled properly. They already implemented a reward system. They have a running product already, and it's a big company backing their own crypto in their own realm. They're not doing something new. They're basically accelerating what they are already doing. This, my projection, I say before the end of 2018, mark my words, I said it. PayPal, you got to pay me for this, man. This is advertising. You all in my video popping up. Get out of here. So, shout outs to Utrust. That's a good coin. They're kind of like the PayPal of cryptocurrencies. Definitely check that out, man. I'm dropping jewels here. Everybody, go in the comment section and put diamonds and eagles, all right? Diamonds for the gems, eagles for the vision. We are visionaries, all right? I want to see diamonds and eagles in my comments, all right? Keep lookout for the videos. I'm going to be giving away some free Kin soon, all right? So look out for one of these videos when I'm giving away that free Kin. I'm going to start giving out some altcoins. So please, everyone, subscribe, press that like button, press the notifications, all right? If you have, look out for the tutorials, and I'm going to drop another vid today of another coin that's already making moves, all right? We're moonshotting, all right? Time to get this money under 20 minutes. Hope this was good. Let me know anything that you would like to hear about, guys. Let's be interactive here. I'm here to talk to you. One day I'll probably go live. It's a snow day. Maybe I'll do it today. All right, well, for my visionaries, over and out.